The air in our family's Napa Valley Vineyard office was heavy with the scent of oak barrels and betrayal. My sister, Vanessa Caldwell, stood by the window overlooking rows of Cabernet vines, her voice sharp as a pruning knife. "Only true heirs get the land, Ethan," she declared, eyes glinting with triumph. "You're not even Dad's real son. The vineyard's mine." My chest tightened, but I kept my composure. "Are you certain that's your final stance?" I asked, voice low. She nodded, smug. "Absolutely." She didn't see the trap I'd set. "I'm Ethan Caldwell, 29, raised as the youngest of 3 in the Caldwell family, owners of a boutique winery in Napa, California. Our father, Robert Caldwell, built Willow Creek Vineyards from a single acre into a celebrated label. After his death last month from a sudden heart attack, the family gathered to settle his estate. Vanessa, the eldest, had always been Dad's favorite, groomed to inherit the vineyard's heart. I'd worked the field since I was 16, learning soil chemistry and blending techniques, pouring my life into the vines. But Vanessa, now 35 and a corporate lawyer in San Francisco, saw the vineyard as her birthright, and me as an obstacle. Her bombshell came during a heated meeting with our estate lawyer, Margaret Voss, in the winery's rustic office. "Ethan's adopted," Vanessa announced, producing a faded document from Dad's files. "He has no blood claim to Willow Creek." My brother, Nathan, shifted uncomfortably beside me. The document was real, an adoption record from my infancy, a secret I'd never known. "You're not a Caldwell by blood," Vanessa pressed. "Dad's will ties the vineyard to his biological heirs." The room spun. I'd spent my life proving my worth, yet here was my sister, erasing my place in the family with a single sheet of paper. I wanted what Dad intended, a fair share of the vineyard we'd all built. Vanessa's betrayal wasn't just about money, it was personal. She'd always resented my bond with Dad, forged through years of working side by side while she chased city ambitions. Now, she was using my adoption to cut me out, banking on the will's bloodline clause. "I'll fight this," I said quietly. "Dad wanted me here." Vanessa laughed, cold. "Sentiment won't hold up in court." That night, in my small cottage on the vineyard's edge, I pored over Dad's old letters, searching for clues. A memory surfaced, Dad's cryptic words last summer, as we tasted a new vintage. "This land belongs to those who love it, Ethan. Blood's just a story we tell ourselves." Had he known Vanessa would pull this? I needed evidence to prove his intent and to expose Vanessa's greed. My first step was Nathan. Over beers in St. Helena, he admitted Vanessa had pressured him to stay silent. "She's got Margaret in her pocket," he warned. "They're rushing the estate settlement." I dug deeper. At the Napa County Records Office, I found the vineyard's original trust, established by Dad's father. It emphasized family stewardship, not just bloodlines. Vanessa's claim hinged on a narrow interpretation, but Dad's personal will might override it. I called Margaret, fishing for details. She was evasive, claiming the will was standard. Suspicious, I contacted a retired clerk who'd worked with Dad. Over coffee in Yountville, she revealed Vanessa had visited Margaret weeks before Dad's death, discussing contingencies. Alarm bells rang. My break came from an unlikely source, Dad's old winemaker Javier, who'd retired to Sonoma. He'd kept meticulous logs, including notes from a meeting where Dad discussed updating his will. "He wanted you and Nathan to share the vineyard," Javier said. Vanessa was furious when she heard. He handed me a USB drive with scanned documents, including a draft will naming me explicitly as a co-heir, adoption be damned. But the final will, filed with Margaret, omitted this. Had Vanessa tampered with it? I hired a private investigator, a grizzled ex-cop named Tom Reyes, to dig into Margaret's dealings. Within 48 hours, he uncovered emails between Vanessa and Margaret, discussing adjustments to the will for a hefty fee. Forgery was a bold move, even for Vanessa. Armed with this, I prepared for the estate hearing, set in a Napa courthouse. The vineyard's future, and my place in it, hung in the balance. The hearing room was stark, sunlight filtering through high windows. Vanessa sat poised, Margaret at her side, both radiating confidence. The judge, a stern woman named Clara Nguyen, called for opening statements. Vanessa's lawyer reiterated the bloodline clause, waiving my adoption record. I stood, heart pounding, and presented my evidence. Javier's notes, the draft will, and the damning emails. Vanessa altered our father's will to steal my share, I said. She claims only true heirs deserve the land. Let's test that. The courtroom buzzed. Vanessa's face paled as Tom testified about the emails, verified by a digital forensics expert. Margaret stammered, her credibility crumbling. The judge ordered a review of the original will, stored in a secure county vault. It matched Javier's draft, naming me and Nathan as co-heirs. Vanessa's forgery was exposed, her scheme collapsing under scrutiny. "You said only true heirs deserve the land," I told her as she glared, defeated. "Dad's truth was bigger than your lies." The judge ruled in my favor, restoring my share of Willow Creek. Vanessa faced fraud charges, her legal career in ruins. Nathan and I agreed to run the vineyard together, honoring Dad's vision. As I walked the vines that evening, the Napa sunset painting the hills gold, I felt Dad's pride. Vanessa's greed had undone her, and my revenge wasn't the land. It was proving I was his son, blood or not.